Axie boundlessness explicitly is a low-positioned coin with the ticker Axie that sort of has a current worth of $7.19 and a market capitalization of $983,165,664 in a sort of enormous manner. Digital currencies by and large have truly lengthy past the reason behind being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure sellers, or so they especially thought. These days, it's a resource class that certainly is considerably directed and, surprisingly, took on as lawful delicate, showing how Axie vastness certainly is a low-positioned coin with the ticker Axie that generally has an in every practical sense present worth of $7.19 and a market capitalization of $983,165,664 in a sort of enormous manner. Some huge venture banks even especially obtain Axie limitlessness and other cryptographic forms of money all at once to safeguard their resources under administration against a dashing expansion that disables the customary monetary business sectors in an unpretentious manner. Presently, now is the right time to in a real sense uncover our short, mid, and sort of long-haul expectation of the improvements on the Axie market that for the most part depend on the readings of our really extraordinary crypto unpredictability file that by and large assists us with checking the market opinion and expect where in which the market means to go in a for the most part significant manner basically. At this point, the cost of Axie limitlessness by and large is $7.19, while the coin presently sort of winds up at 53rd spot in the very generally really positioning in an unobtrusive manner. The expressed sort of positioning for the most part is assessed based on the resource's truly present value that sort of is duplicated by its ongoing business sector capitalization, a recipe that by and large is applied all through every monetary market, or so they sort of thought. Our administration continually screens any progressions in these three regions, so our clients especially get the most important information in regards to the exhibition of computerized assets in their portfolios, lovely as opposed to mainstream thinking. It's likewise vital to by and large consider the verifiable information that permits framing a legitimate comprehension of the market structure and its course, which sort of is very critical. On February 2, the cost of Axie limitlessness certainly was at $7.03 toward the finish of the exchanging time frame, during which the cost change in every practical sense added up to 1.15%, which generally is very huge. 7 days prior, on January 27, Axie sort of was esteemed at $7.33, which in a real sense truly intends that from that point forward, the cost by and large has generally vacillated by 0%, or so they sort of thought. A month prior, on January 3, the market member laid out the cost of Axie limitlessness at $7.94, hence, the coin for the most part has made a 9.40% move to arrive at its extremely present standings in an unobtrusive manner, as a matter of fact. Nonetheless, as currently made sense of, the cost of Axie boundlessness isn't a possibly kind of factor that we explicitly consider while making the cost forecast, which really is genuinely critical. It means a lot to keep an especially sharp eye on changes in the market capitalization of the computerized resource under survey to in every practical sense have an all things considered, clear perspective on where the market generally is going, which generally is genuinely critical. The examination of market capitalization basically conveys pretty equivalent significance in both digital currency and conventional business sectors in an in every way that really matters, significant way. As a matter of fact, a similar numerical methodology for the most part is utilized to decide the fundamentally generally speaking position and prevalence of computerized resources and stocks, for example, showing that presently, now is the ideal time to uncover our short, mid, and essentially long-haul expectation of the improvements on the Axie market that generally depend on the readings of our kind of special crypto unpredictability file that assists us with checking the market feeling and truly expect where in which the market plans to go, or so they in a real sense thought. Changes in market capitalization essentially certain or genuinely negative really are likewise characteristic of the manner by which the said market could explicitly be going, as well as the resource's genuinely potential for making gains or posting misfortunes in both pretty short and kind of long-haul viewpoints, which generally is very critical. This genuinely specific by and large measurement in a real sense is likewise used to check the strength of Axie endlessness, comparable to the remainder of the cryptographic money market, the progressions in which could likewise offer clues at its future exhibition, or so they in a real sense thought. To decide the kind of current market capitalization of Axes, we by and large increase the coursing supply, the boundary that will for the most part be made sense of later, by the especially present worth of the digital money under audit, especially in spite of mainstream thinking. Starting today, the market capitalization of Axie limitlessness remains at $983,165,664, which shapes the reason for really present certainly positioning truly was referenced before, which basically is genuinely critical. Yesterday, on February 2nd, Axes in every way that really matters had a market capitalization of $960,740,670 wind in a for the most part significant manner. Keep going week, on January 27th, the market capitalization of the coin being referred to truly was recorded at $997,513,104, truly in opposition to mainstream thinking. A month prior, on January 3rd, the market worth of Axie endlessness essentially was evaluated to in every way that really matters be $1,048,104,468, which by and large is very critical. All-out supply considers the quantity of coins that basically have proactively been created by different means, for example, through mining in a huge way. These digital currencies can be utilized either for certainly dynamic exchanging or put away in financial backers' wallets or with overseers, so the examination of market capitalization especially conveys most certainly equivalent significance in both cryptographic money and conventional business sectors, truly in opposition to prevalent thinking. This sort of measurement likewise considers the coins that really have been gotten rid of through the cycle called consuming, which basically is applied to control the expansion rate in an unobtrusive manner. At this point, the all-out supply of Axie vastness for the most part is laid out at 270,000,000 axes, showing how at this point, the cost of Axie limitlessness is $7.19, while the coin right now certainly ends up at 53rd spot in the truly generally speaking genuinely positioning in a very significant manner. Finally, the coursing supply explicitly is utilized to basically compute the market capitalization and by and large evaluate the coins especially current remaining in the positions, so a month prior, on January 3rd, the market member laid out the cost of Axie endlessness at $7.94. In this manner, the coin has made a 9.40% move to sort of arrive at its truly present standings. Essentially as opposed to prevalent thinking. It signifies the especially generally measure of axes that is by and by exchanged across all trades, barring the coins that in every practical sense are marked, locked, frozen, or briefly in a real sense, put unavailable for general use for reasons unknown, fundamentally in spite of mainstream thinking. It's by and large fundamentally accepted that digital currencies that truly have a circling supply between 60 million and 150 million truly are the most appropriate for in every practical sense, long-haul venture, since they by and large are generally essentially prone to really see the value in esteem over a drawn-out timeframe, perhaps many years, while keeping a sensible expansion rate. Which in a real sense is very huge. At this crossroads, Axie endlessness truly has a coursing supply of 136,714,903 coins. Over the beyond 24 hours, the exchanging volume related with axes arrived at the place